it's a new Metroid game made by Mr. Sakamoto, who's one of the co-creators of the series, co-developed by Team Ninja. That's a big addition. They're bringing a lot of cool things to the table. And it's, we've had the Prime games, which were first person. This is a third person game. It's got kind of a 2D feel to it, but there is some depth in the stages. So, you can do a lot of the, traditional Metroid exploration. Something that's new is we're introducing some other characters to the series. Previously it had been just Samus and these very solitary experiences. So we're introducing the Galactic Federation. Adam Malkovich is one of the new characters who's making a big role here. He showed up in some of the GBA Metroid games, but he's a major character here. You sort of see a lot, you learn about Samus's relationship with him because they previously worked together, and now they sort of have this tentative truce as they do this new mission on this derelict space station. The majority of the game takes place on that space station, but the way it's broken up is there's sort of these special areas that have different feels on the space station. I can't say exactly why they're there or how they exist, but like we've shown previously, there's like a big fire area that's on this space station. So you don't actually leave, but you do get the feel of you're going through these very diverse settings. So there's like a big organic environment that we've shown, the fire environment, and then the sort of more traditional, very sterile space environment as well. You're just going through the main areas of that space station. The collaboration is really fascinating because there's so many different groups that are involved. So you start with Mr. Sakamoto, who is really like, this is his baby. He was there from the start. He made Super Metroid. He wasn't terribly involved in the Prime games, but he's definitely been keeping up with it. And he's back with this is his new vision. And so much of that is going into the storyline. Like for the first time, like Samus is going to have a significant speaking role. So you can really learn a lot about that character through flashbacks or her interactions with other characters. You mentioned Team Ninja. Like they have traditionally a more action focus, and you can actually see that in the game. It's not just strictly shooting. You can do sort of like very split-second dodge moves, or he's talking about the close-in melee stuff as well. So it's got a much more like fluid and dynamic feel to it than you've ever seen in a Metroid game before. And then, there's other folks involved. There's a company in Japan called D Rockets that's doing all the CG work in the game. So some very extensive CG work that's, really talking about that cinematic presentation. Again, something you haven't seen before in a Metroid game.
Absolutely, and the CG in the game looks spectacular. From what I've seen so far, it looks really good. I guess gamers could expect to see a bunch of CG throughout the story, right?
Yeah, that's really, how they're telling the majority of the story is through this CG, and there's cool stuff where you'll see it like transition straight from CG into in-game engine and back as well, so it doesn't, break that wall of immersion as you're playing.
Is there going to be multiplayer plans? Is the game a 1 disc, 2 discs? Is there a bonus? What's going on? Limited edition? Do you guys have anything going on?
Single player game. It's coming out August 31st. We are doing a special gift with purchase through GameStop, where if you pre-order, you do get these very nice, comes in like a leather case, these sort of nice photograph type collector's item piece there. So that's available now if you want to go check that out. You should.
Absolutely, and it's been a while since Nintendo's had a hardcore game. For you hardcore gamers out there who are expecting a badass game to hit the Nintendo console, this is it, Metroid Other M. Thanks a lot, Kit, for your time, man.